Mic'd up.
Hello, everybody, all 5 of you loyalists out there, people who have taken an oath to the great show here, Yankees Coast to Coast, with my friend Adam Miller, and I am Michael Schneider. It is so nice to meet all of you again. So, Michael, how are you?
We're doing okay on YouTube, just so you know.
I am still shocked.
We're
we're almost up to Britney Spears.
We're well into triple figures. Well into triple figures.
Yeah. It's amazing. And most of them are your mother and father reaching in, checking in.
My father doesn't have a computer.
Yeah. Those boomers. Are they greatest generation?
They're not boomers.
Are they greater generation?
They're the greatest generation, I think.
The greatest gen.
So,
God bless them all.
Mm-hmm.
So, how are you? Are you happy? Are you Yankee happy or are you Yankee neutral right now? What are you feeling?
I am neutral.
Yeah, me too. There are things that I'm seeing here that are not good. The things that we always do. I don't like the fact that they have they're close to a 30% strikeout rate as a team, which is just probably the rest of baseball. I haven't had a chance to look because I actually have to work, but it's really it bothers me just because of the quality of the games. And what amazes me is our shortstop has 4 home runs and 4 hits. What the heck is this? He's struck out already. Let's see what we got here. All right, he's struck out already.
Six times in 5 games.
Yeah, all right, so he's got 6 strikeouts. He's got 1 walk, maybe
2 walks.
2 walks. Hey, it's just come on, man. Don't buy your hype. All right, just give it up. He's not going to be a home run hitter. He shouldn't be a home run hitter. It's not what he does. It's not his. It's not his core skill set. I just don't believe it. I think that if he wants to, he could hit a home run. But if you want to, it's just not going to last. It can't, especially if you're not built like Dominguez or built like Stanton, the guys who literally give up, more like Stanton, who gives up a lot of other things in his game in order to hit the ball a mile and a half. This guy doesn't need to do that. Nobody's paying him for that. Hit the ball, line, left center to right center. Line drives, you'll hit your home runs and get on base. And I love it. Happy day. But, this is not sustainable, so don't do it. Because I've seen guys do this over the years. Too many guys get all into their home run. They start believing what they're reading. And then they start hitting home runs, and then they start striking out, and they don't walk, and they don't get singles, and they don't get big hits when they need them, and it's just not going to work. So get away from it while you can, son.
I don't disagree with you when it comes to Volpe. By the way, the Yankee strikeout rate based on strikeouts and plate appearances is 26%. If you go by at bats, the number is much higher, obviously.
Yeah.
But you do it by plate appearances. But if you do it by at bats, it is exactly 30.1%. So your numbers are good. I wanted to reinforce what you said.
Thank you.
I have other concerns. My concerns are in a couple of areas with regard to the Yankees offense. We'll stick to that. Volpe is my number one concern offensively for the team. I absolutely believe that they need to have an higher on base percentage than they had last season, which they have. Granted, we're talking about a 5-game sample, right?
3 of which were historic.
Right. So they have a 3. They have a 345 this year so far, and they were at 333 last season. Now, granted, their batting average this year is at 266, and it was at 248 last year. So that's the difference in reality. But my concern is I don't like Goldschmidt as the leadoff guy against right-handed pitching. I don't know why they got away from a lefty leadoff hitter with the right-handed pitching, which I think they went back to tonight, right? Because Rice is leading off.
Mm-hmm.
But they're going lefty-lefty because it's Rice and Belly. So I don't know exactly what that's about. But Goldschmidt, I think, was taking more pitches than he normally should as the leadoff guy. So I think moving him back in the batting order, especially against right-handed pitching, I would move him back anyhow. But they don't really have a leadoff hitter. I'm pleasantly surprised that although Dominguez is only hitting 200, he does have 3 walks, and he seems to be having some good at bats with a 333 on base. And Cabrera's hitting 250. That's nice. Chisholm's hit 300. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
And, Wells is hitting batting average wise what he probably will hit near 235. But we'll see what happens. I don't think Rice can keep up what he's doing, but everybody else is much higher on their Rice than I am. So hopefully you guys are all right and I'm wrong. I am excited to see Escara start tonight at catcher, and see what he can do. But from an offensive standpoint, you hate that they're so reliant on the home run. It doesn't bother me as much as it bothers you, but it bothers me right now how reliant they are on the home run because they're not scoring any other way other than the errors. Um, I'd like to see them draw more walks than they're drawing because really the only guy who's drawing a lot of walks is nobody because Judge only has 3 and Dominguez has 3 and Wells has 3. So I'm not very high on that. They're not doing that enough. I don't really like seeing Grisham in the lineup, but I will say he's 2 for 6, so you got to like that. And I also don't like the fact that they're not generating any runs because they have 1 stolen base by Bellinger, and that's it. So I don't feel like they're playing a full offensive game. And that's what my biggest problem with the offense is. And that's one of the reasons that I'm neutral on them. I'd actually say I'm lower on them than neutral the more I think about it. I'm not happy with how the offense is.